Okay guys, before I start the intro, I'm halfway through filming right now and I'm realizing that I am talking so much. So this is going to be a two-part video. So part one is going to be the first 6 signs, part 2 is going to be the second 6 signs, duh. Just so it's not an hour-long video. Okay. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today's Zodiac video is an actual Zodiac video, it's not just an Ask an Amateur. By the way, if you do want to be featured in the next Ask an Amateur and if you need advice, check out the email in the description box below. Send me an email with all your life problems. The messier, the better. Before I get into the video, I want to say 2 things. Number 1, I'm going to start doing shout outs per video. If you want a shout out on the next video, use this emoji, comment it on that picture, and you may be chosen for the next shout out of the week. And if you do that, you just gotta make sure to follow me on Instagram. Second thing I want to say is new merch is dropping really soon. This is the cool ass new merch that I have created. It says Aquarius the Water Bearer, this says Aquarius, this says the Water Bearer, and it's pretty fucking lit. Then at the back, if I have dandruff, don't judge me, I have scalp psoriasis. So there's always like flakes and shit. At the back it says Zodiac Haven. A bitch is branding now, okay? Anyways, so I haven't done one of these in a long time on this channel. I'm doing a get ready with me. While I do this get ready with me, I'm going to be talking about my relationship that I've had with each sign, like what they've been like to me as a person, as a lover, as a friend. Well, not really lover. I never really got into deep emotionally in the past. But yeah, as like a partner or as a friend. So I guess I'll specify per sign what they were to me, but I'm pretty much just gonna talk about like each sign and what my experience with them has been like while doing my makeup. Oh, one more thing I should probably let you know is that if you want to check out zodiachaven.com, whatever sign it is, whatever season it is, if you use the name of that sign as the coupon code, you will save money. For example, it's Aries season, so you can use code Aries to save money. One thing I do want to say before I start is that I'm feeling rejuvenated, I'm feeling energized, I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling good about this, you know, channel right now. The reason I haven't posted is not even because like I'm not feeling the channel, oddly enough, right? Shocker. It's actually just because I've been in a rut and I'm feeling so much better now and I'm really proud of myself that I'm like getting back to it. But yeah, so I guess we'll start with Aries since it's Aries season. Oh my god, so the last time I talked about an Aries on my channel, it was this girl that I was friends with and I didn't say the nicest things. I did not say the nicest things. And she actually, funny story, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I knew her in high school, right? So who she was in high school is not a reflection of her character now. I don't know the girl anymore. But pretty much, like, she wasn't a very good person or friend. And I remember, this is like a short story before I start talking about Aries. I remember, like, she was on her Instagram, right? And she, like, posts a screenshot of my channel. And she's like 1 minute into the Aries video, so she like literally posts a screenshot of like her on YouTube watching my video, right? And she's 1 minute in. So I see that and she tags me, she's like, so proud of you, Ash, something, something, something. And I'm like, oh wow, I haven't seen her, talked to her in forever, that's really sweet of her to say. And then I see the screenshot, I'm like, oh shit, she's 1 minute in to the Aries video, like, oh no, wait till she gets 5 minutes. So then like 10 minutes later, I got a DM. And she like mentions the video and then she tells me like, she's like, yeah, I guess you talked about me, huh? And I was like, oops. Not that anybody cares, but I don't talk about makeup in this video. I'm just talking about signs. So if you do like Get Ready With Me is where I tell you what products I'm using and all that, blah, 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 blah. Check out my second channel, Ashley Flores TV. So I've had a couple experiences with Aries. One of my closest friends is an Aries. I've been friends with her for like 16 years. I actually just made a new friend who's an Aries. Shout out to Jackie. We got along really well upon meeting, which I typically do with Aries. Like when I meet Aries, I never really have issues with them. Like I always find that I get along with them really well. I always say I understand they're crazy. So I'm gonna talk about a few Aries that I knew. Ooh, I had one really close Aries friend. Yo, I've been friends with a lot of Aries. I'm just realizing that now. The high school one, I've talked about before, so I'm just gonna leave her out. Just know she was a little selfish. So I had one really close friend who was an Aries. In particular, not the one I've known for 16 years. This girl I knew for I don't know how many years, but pretty much, yeah. So this Aries was crazy. She was insane in so many ways. Okay, so she was a very caring friend, very, very loyal, would literally knock someone out for me, even if they were wrong. She had my back, like she had my back. We got along so well. Like the first time we met, and I'm someone who doesn't really socialize too much with people that I first meet because I'm feeling them out. You know, I'm quite introverted, so it takes me a little while. First time we met, we literally like went off on our own. I met her through a friend and we got along so great, and then we hung out one-on-one like shortly after, right? Which again, I don't typically do. I realized she was the most loyal fucking person ever. Anybody says one thing, looks at me the wrong way, anything, this girl had my back. She was not a loyal partner. Like, to her boyfriend, I don't know what he was at the time, but he was like her boyfriend. I don't really know. To her boyfriend, she didn't take that relationship too seriously, and I always found that pretty interesting. Wasn't my business. I didn't say much about it. But it did make me realize that, you know, she wasn't the most loyal. Mind you, her boyfriend kind of treated her poorly. Not saying that's an excuse, I'm just saying. So yeah, as a lover, she wasn't the most loyal. She was very jealous, very possessive. She liked to talk a lot. She got along with everybody. She was really sweet, very caring, and it catches you off guard because she had such like a hard exterior. But when you actually start talking to her, you're like, whoa, this girl's like so nice. Like, you would think otherwise. I find a lot of Aries come off very intimidating, and then you talk to them and you're like, whoa, like, you're not scary at all. Like, you're actually fucking dope, you know? I find a lot of Aries are like that. I can feel that this is going to be a long ass video. Get fucking ready. A lot of Aries are like that. But yeah, that was like my main experience with her. She was insane. Like, don't get me wrong, she was so crazy. Like, she was crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that story I posted on my channel. I'm probably gonna repost on my second channel. It was pretty much about the friend that catfished her boyfriend. Like, she knew he was cheating on her, and so we made a fake account to catfish him, and she like refused to take no for an answer when she asked me to help her. Like, she was terrible with technology, and she said, Ashley, if you don't help me do it, I'm gonna do it on my own, and if I do it on my own, he's gonna know it's me because I suck with technology, which was so true. So I was like, okay, fine, you know, I'm a girl, I was young, I was like, yeah, I'll help you catfish your man. So we made a fake account, and like she caught him cheating and stuff like that, and like it was really intense, but it was like kind of crazy. Like, for me, like, I personally wouldn't do that and just confront it, but she was like crazy. But it was funny. Like, I'm not trying to bash her, like, I'm just telling you how she was as a person so you can kind of get an idea of an Aries. Another Aries I knew, I don't know if you notice, I keep doing this because I want to tie my hair up and then I keep realizing I don't have a hair tie. Another Aries I knew, I met at work, and she was dry as cardboard. She was the complete opposite of every Aries I had met prior. Like, she had that same intimidating, you know, exterior when you first meet her. After that, I realized she was nice, but man, was she boring. Like, oh my god. One time, oh, I remember, oh my god, if she sees this, I'll feel so bad. This video is just a whole bunch of if they see this, I'll feel bad. Anyways, sorry, not sorry. Okay, kind of sorry. One time, back when I used to take the bus to school, it's like an hour and 20-minute bus ride because it's a really long route. It's like a go bus that goes all the way to my university, right? She walks on the bus, and I always thought she was nice. I knew her through work. We were friendly. Like, we went to like a pool bar one time, got drunk together. She was fun when she was drunk. But this time I hadn't seen her in a while. We never worked any shifts, so she bumped into me on the transit. And this was at the beginning of the ride because we obviously got on at the same time. We live in the same area. So we have to sit on this bus for about an hour and 20 minutes, and it was probably the worst experience of my life. At that point, I was like, honestly, I'd rather walk home. I'd rather pay a $40 Uber. I'd rather sit alone. Like, this is dreadful. Like, the conversation was so dull. Like, there's two different types of Aries. There's like the more introverted one that is like comes off as shy or like can't really talk to people too much. If they feel like they can't relate, they don't really speak to them much. And then there's like the one that gets along with everybody. And she was not the one that got along with everybody. She was the other kind. So yeah, that was just a lot. Oh my god, I'm 12 minutes in and I'm still talking about Aries. Okay, so that was my experience with Aries. Taurus. So I've had a few experiences with Taurus. I had a friend in college who was a Taurus, and she was like one of those people that are very easy to be friends with. Like, she didn't bring drama, she didn't bring problems. She was the kind of person that, like, upon meeting her, it was very easy to just like go grab lunch or whatever, right? And this was like a college friend, so I haven't talked to her in years, like since I graduated college. But yeah, like, she was really chill and she was so friendly. She did everything for everyone though, and I remember just thinking like, what the hell? Like, she just did the most and it was a little unnecessary. It was very nice, but I was always just like, that person's not your friend. Like, it's not like people were like rude, you know, like, it's just like, I feel like I don't need to go above and beyond for someone that's not my friend. Like, I just feel like I don't have the time for that. She would go above and beyond for people that she didn't even know that well, and I always kind of wondered why. Like, even me, like, I barely knew her, and the girl was like letting me borrow her textbook for a week so I could photocopy it. Life hack: if you're a student, photocopy someone else's textbook. It costs 20 bucks at your local copy center, but you have to go like a family-owned copy center, not like a real one like Staples. Much cheaper. So she did the most, and I always wondered why. Like, people were undeserving of it a lot of the times, and it was interesting. She was so sweet though, but like one thing that I found weird is that she like always offered to pay for me, or like always offered so much stuff. Like, and I always just thought, like, why are you so giving, girl? Like, calm down. Like, it was really sweet, and I hate to be like negative like that, but like, you really don't need to be that giving. Like, that's just a bit much. I also have a friend, Sophia. I always shout her out in my videos. Hold on, I'm doing my eyeliner. If there's one thing in life that I'm good at, it's liquid liner. Like, do you see that? Like, ooh, could cut a bitch. Why did I just say that? I've never said that in my life. Yeah, so Sophia's a really good friend. She's definitely a kind, caring person. I dated a Taurus briefly. Like, okay, it kind of went on for too long. We never even got serious. Did I just get eyeliner on my eye? He was very like, I don't know, man. It wasn't a good match. I found him quite dull. I found him, you know, just boring, man. Like, he was a very sweet person, very affectionate, okay, here's the thing. The reason why I feel like it didn't work out is because, like, Taurus people love affection and attention and, you know, all of that. But I think because I didn't feel like we vibed enough, I didn't give him that. And because I didn't give him that, it wasn't working out on his end and it wasn't working out on my end. It was just kind of like, there has to be that chemistry for me to be into that. Like, I'm not just gonna hug up on you and kiss you and this and that and like whisper sweet nothings in your ear, whatever, right? I'm being like dramatic, but I'm not gonna be like that if I don't even like you. Like, I don't know, I was just very distant unintentionally. I thought I was super into him at the time, but I wasn't. Anyways, I'm giving you too much business. But because of that distance, he was, you know, wasn't into it. So I find that Taurus people really need that affection and attention. It's like mandatory. I'm 20 minutes in and I've talked about 2 signs. Okay. All the Geminis I've met, there was like 3 in high school, and sorry, that I'm thinking of right now, not 3 in high school. The 3 in high school that I could think of right now, and they were all very popular, and they were all like, every guy wanted them, and they were beat. They were beat. I'm so sorry. Like, I know that sounds mean, but I'm just being honest. Like, they were not cute. Every guy wanted them. They were very, very popular. Everybody loved them off because they were loud and constantly seeked attention, so they just did the most all the time. And they were super, 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 like, outspoken, loud, wild. Like, they would say things just to, like, shock people. Like, I remember this one girl would always, like, tell people she's farting, and she would yell it out and, like, make it a big scene just to, like, get the attention of people, like, even if it was bad attention or whatever. But it worked. Like, they were very, like, you know, people really liked them. Like, I personally didn't, but I was a different case. Like, I was very different in high school than the average person. Like, I didn't do anything bad. I didn't talk to guys. Like, I was really good, though my friends weren't. Yeah, so I wasn't feeling it, but everybody else loved these people. And I realized that even when I was in elementary school, all the popular kids were Geminis. And I think it's just a Gemini thing. Like, they're just really liked and respected people because of they're just really fun. And they're all just really fun and friendly. I had one Gemini friend. She was very hot and cold. One day she was like, you know, BFF forever. The next day she was very distant. Like, this Gemini friend was very hot and cold. It was really confusing. Even when I was younger, I had another Gemini friend. Her and I got along really well. We're very, like, silly, but we also fought a lot. We're both air signs, obviously, so I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but we fought a lot over silly things. But when we got along, we had the best times. Oh my god, I almost just poked myself in the eye. Fuck. But yeah, like, I always find that Geminis are very fun, very silly, very loud. don't care what people think. They can turn it off, like the loudness, when they want. For example, I did like a drive with me with my friend. I always thought that she was this crazy, outgoing, non-stop, you know, loud person, which was cool. Like, I never thought that was a bad thing. Like, I thought that was dope because I wish I was like that. But then I saw like another side of her when we did the drive with me, and I was like, oh, sick. Like, you're also chill and, you know, laid back as well. Like, that's the cool thing about Geminis. Like, they have that dual personality that, you know, if one's not for you, the other might be. And that's what I find in most Geminis. I typically get along with both sides of the Gemini, but I do have a preference for the side that is more chill and laid back. And they have the coolest conversations. Like, I have such cool convos with Geminis. I find like it's really easy to get comfortable around Geminis. Like, they just have like that comforting aura. I don't know. Like, I think that's an air sign thing, if I'm being honest. Like, people get comfortable around air signs so easily. And I love it because I'm an air sign and people like really open up to me. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so that's Gemini. Cancers. I've had multiple bad experiences with Cancers. Cancers like to think that I dislike them when they watch my videos because of the way I speak about them. I don't kiss their ass. And apparently if I don't kiss your ass on my channel, I hate your sign. Like, people are like, she hates Libras. I'm like, no, I don't. I love Libras, you know? Like, people literally think if I don't, like, whatever. Anyways. So Cancers, despite popular belief, I do. You know, I do like Cancers. I do. But it has to be the right Cancer. Like, whoa, you could see a reflection in that. Oh my god. Okay, amateur guru. I hate myself. So, pretty much, Cancers give me a very hard time. Like, Cancers are moody. We know this. You gotta catch them at the right time. I've been friends with a few. I had one Cancer friend that just, it's so weird because they seem so quiet and so chill and so, you know, they don't want to talk to anybody. They stay out of everybody's business, and then they're somehow friends with everybody and so social. It's like the weirdest contradiction ever. I don't know if I just made sense. But all the Cancers I've known, like, there was this one girl in particular that I was really close with, and she was really odd. Like, she always felt like she had a wall up in between us, but she would like do anything for me because she really cared about me, but she always just seemed like she never showed her personality fully to me. But she would still be chatty and friendly and this and that. But I just never felt that close to her because I felt like she kept me at a distance. But we were still close, you know what I mean? Like, if someone were to ask her, like, who's your best friend? Like, she would have said me. But it was still, like, I don't know. Like, it's really weird, the relationship we had. I think I'm feeling the side part more if I just do it properly. Okay, I just changed the angle because, duh, I'm facing this way now. So I wanted you to be at least a little closer to me. I want you guys to get real close. The relationship I had with her was really odd because, like, sometimes I'd see different sides of her personality with other people. Like, I don't know if it's just me because maybe people feel like they were at a distance with me when I had that personality that I did back then. I felt like she hid a part of herself from me, and I don't know if it was just for me because I'd see her interact with other people and I'd be like, wait, like, she's actually kind of loud. She's actually kind of, you know, more outspoken than she comes off to be with me. Like, she would turn, like, that part of her on and off depending on who she was. Like, she had a very adaptable personality. Like, when she was around super loud people, she'd be, like, super loud and fun and crazy. Like, it was really weird. It was really weird. But she was really nice. She got into, like, the worst relationships and stayed in them for way too long. Like, it was really frustrating to watch as a friend because you're like, don't you know better? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, she, like, would do a lot for her partners. Like, a lot for her partners. And I was always like, huh? Yeah, that was the Cancer that I knew. It was a weird friendship that we had. But, you know, nevertheless, she was cool. Cool girl. But, you know. I also talked to a Cancer briefly. If you were to ask him if we talked, he'd probably say, nah, we never talk like that. I thought I liked him. I thought he liked me. I was wrong. He, like, played a lot of games with me because he wasn't into it, so he didn't really care. He was very mean. Like, I remember I rejected him at one point because he was a guy and being gross, and I rejected him in a certain way. And he just got so mean and started saying the most foul things. And I was just like, who is this person? Like, it really came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't know that part of him existed because he got so mean. He was also like very interesting, like as a guy. At first I think he might have liked me, and then he realized he wasn't, you know, I wasn't for him. And when I think he liked me, he was more shy. He was more shy and like timid, and seemed to really think about what he said before he said things. Like he was, you know, he cared more. But then it all went away, which was fine. But it was very interesting. Hey, to all my black girls, I mean, edge control is not exclusive to one race, but to all my black girls, if you need a nice edge control, Edge Booster is sick. I just started using it and I was mind blown at the results. Like, I feel like I've just been doing my edges wrong all this time. Wish I was sponsored, but I'm not that cool. So yeah, I mean, Edge Booster, feel free to run me a check and put me on to your PR list. But yeah, so this particular Cancer was just, he wasn't interested, and because he wasn't interested, his personality was like not the greatest. Like, he was kind of an asshole, and I kind of refused to see it. But Cancers are just like, you just gotta get them on the right day. Like, they're very moody. Sometimes they get offended at things that like you wouldn't think that they would get offended at. Like, you could say something one day and they would get so mad at you, and you could say the same thing a year later and they wouldn't even, okay, my edges, oh, do you see that? Like, oh my god, it's amazing. I love this stuff. But I just want to hold it to keep them in place, you know. I wish I had a silk scarf, but I don't. But yeah, so pretty much with him, he was just, it's like a Cancer could get offended at one thing one day, you say the exact same thing like another day, and like they wouldn't even care. Like, it really just, it's just the day that you catch them on that depends how they'll react to a lot of different things. It's, I guess it's like the average person, but to them it's like an extreme. Like, they'll take it like way too far. They get super emotional and super fucking weird about a lot of things, and all the Cancers that I've ever known have been like that. Leo, okay, so I had a couple Leos in my life. The first Leo friend that I had was in high school, and she was a gem. Okay, she was a gem. Like, I don't think she watches my stuff, but her name was Sahara, and if you are watching this, you were a fucking gem. She like got me through high school. Like, honestly, I don't talk to her anymore. Every now and then, maybe like once a year. Like, she always says happy birthday, which is really sweet. Like, we just had this great fucking friendship where like she was always there for me. She was so sweet. She stayed out of everyone's business. I could trust her with everything. She wasn't one of those like egotistic, crazy outgoing, super annoying, obnoxious Leos. Not saying that all Leos are like that, but I'm saying she wasn't like that. Like, she was the kind of person that you'd think that she was super quiet and shy, but when you started talking to her, she would like open up and be really friendly. She was just a really sweet girl, and I never had any problem with her. Like, I don't think I ever had a problem with her, not that I can think of. But yeah, that was the first Leo friend that I ever had, and she was fucking dope. Then the next Leo friend that I had was in college, and she was crazy. Like, she was cool, but she was just like very, she had to always be around people. Like, we could never just hang out us two. There always had to be like 100 other people there, specifically guys. She really liked attention, which was like fine, because, you know, you're in college, that's when you like attention. I don't know, I'm just trying to be nice here. But yeah, like, she was cool. We had a lot of fun together. We always went out to clubs, and that was like my clubbing friend, and she would like bring her friends, and like we had a lot of fun. We stopped being friends over something dumb. It was like over like $10 or some shit like that. But yeah, that was the second Leo friend that I had. We didn't fight much, but I always felt a disconnect with her because I felt like we had no emotional connection as friends, and we had no, like, I couldn't come to her with like my problems. The next Leo friend that I had was exhausting. I've talked about her on my channel before. She's been on my channel before. She was just too much, man. Like, she just was too much. I couldn't say, she was just too competitive. I couldn't say anything around her without thinking like, oh man, this is gonna be changed. This is gonna be turned over to her. Like, very emotionally detached. Like, I couldn't even come to her with stuff. Like, if I was going through stuff, like, she would not care. She'd just start talking about herself. I don't really know where I left off because my camera overheated, but I think I was talking about the Leo friend who was like awful. The most recent Leo friend that I had, who I'm no longer friends with, she was just all about herself and very egotistic, which was unfortunate. My mom's a Leo too. Love Leos. Yeah, so I've had a few Leos in my life. No, I don't absolutely despise them as human beings. If you're a Leo and we get along, then we're gonna be friends. Like, I don't meet you and like, oh, you're a Leo. Cute. No, like, Leos are cool. They're just not for me. Anyways, the last sign in this video is Virgo. I like Virgos. They're my favorite sign, I think. My favorite signs change all the time. I've had so many Virgos in my life. You have no idea. Like, I am constantly interacting with Virgos. I've gotten close to multiple. For the most part, they were liars. They were liars. Like, they lied a lot for no apparent reason. They were people who like to boost their stories a lot and make things really dramatic when they didn't need to be. They did not listen to advice, no matter what the advice was. It could be like, hey, I'm doing crack, and I could be like, don't do crack, and like they wouldn't even reason with me. They wouldn't listen. They wouldn't, you know, it's funny, like this is like not even a joke. Like, this was a legitimate like argument that I had with one. Like, they don't hear you out. They're just kind of like, I want to do things my way. The only Virgo I've met that is not like that is Shingy. Like, literally the only Virgo that I've met that does not fit into all the typical Virgo traits. Does he fit into 80% of them? Yes. But 20%, like, those are the strongest ones, and those are like the worst traits, and like oddly enough he doesn't possess any of those traits, so like that's pretty cool. I really do like Virgos. I'll give you one rundown of a Virgo friend that I had. We were very on and off. We'd be best friends and then like not. Oh, one thing I want to say about Virgos is that I get close to them like that. I don't know if it's just like an Aquarius thing or just a me thing or just a Virgo thing that they get close to everybody, but like I get so close to Virgos, and Virgos and I have this relationship where when we become friends, we become attached at the hip and no one can tell us shit. It's like package deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, every Virgo I've ever had in my life, when I get like friendly with them, we're instantly like BFFs and are constantly together, and it's really weird. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's so weird. It's like we're a friggin' magnet. Virgos are really interesting. I actually really like them. They're so fun. You can have really good conversations with them. They don't care what people think. They're very open-minded, like super open-minded. You could be super weird, dorky, whatever around them, and they are not judging. Like, they do not judge. They're an interesting sign. I really like Virgos. Okay, so that concludes this video of me getting pretty while talking about zodiac signs. And this was part 1, as I mentioned, so part 2 will be up whenever I feel like posting it, and you will get the rest of the signs. Maybe I'll be doing something else. Maybe I'll do like a mukbang. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But definitely gonna do that. Also, I want to remind you guys, check out zodiachaven.com. This is not released yet, but it will be. Lots of cool shit is released, and I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming. Send me stuff to my P.O. box. I love getting your letters. You guys have no idea how happy it makes me to get stuff from you guys, so make sure to check out my P.O. box. Screenshot this. Or you can get it from the description box down below. Check me out on Instagram. My Instagram's Liddy. I'm trying to like really grow it. I want 10K so I can swipe up. I want to swipe up. Once I can swipe up, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to be back, and yeah. I think you guys can probably see a big difference in my energy in this video. It's cool, right? It's like I'm actually enjoying myself, and that makes me really happy. So thanks for sticking with me through all the fucking craziness of my channel and me being like, I hate Zodiac. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I fucking hate Zodiac. It's a lot. But yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.